So where do I even begin? I was excited like a lot of people because I was a huge fan of the trilogy. While the trilogy did have its shortcomings, I found a lot of mistakes in the concept and was hoping that the new Matrix will fix those plot holes or at least continue the story in a meaningful way. I was wrong. Since the trailer reveal and I saw the limited footage, I had the feeling that will be a total disaster. Even before that, as soon as they announced that the new Matrix movie is being worked on, I had mixed feelings, but I was happy like what they can do with the technology in 2021, the CGI and new ideas, breathe new ideas to the franchise. And all of that out of the window. From the start of the film, basically this is the old Matrix but with boomers and stupid ideas, even more plot holes. Since the start of the movie, we have Neo working as a game developer, and the whole Matrix trilogy was basically a video game because that's a big twist. And adding to the irony is that the company is pushing for a fourth game, fourth movie, despite people not wanting it and there are no new ideas and whatnot. So good to know that the filmmakers have at least little sense of self-awareness. Fast forward and we start meeting the crew. The first member is basically a blue-haired feminist, an interesting character, boring character. Not all her lines and action are that bad, but if you compare it to the first crew, it's day and night. Then we meet the new fake Morpheus, which again focuses on comedy, nothing like the old Morpheus, the deep Morpheus, the idea behind Morpheus. Basically some Joker running around in funny suits. The rest of the crew are as boring as those two. Nothing matches the old ones, and I'm not talking about like a nostalgic kind of thing, but the old characters fitted the atmosphere. They had this vibe, the whole trilogy, the atmosphere, the movies, the settings, the bad guys, the good guys, they all fitted into this one vibe. Think of it as a color, they all were in one color. Now, this movie, the character, the settings, it's all just mismatch. Any BS, throw it in, and you have a crew. Like literally off college, off the streets, and this is the crew, and this is the story, and this is the big fourth Matrix that a lot of people were waiting for. Now the great story continues with Neo being again in his pod for unknown reason at the time. Why is he back in the pod? And they of course take him out of the pod and take him to the new city, Ion, because Zion for some reason collapsed. Now they build Ion. The CGI, the city was okay, although the entrance to the city was stupid. They fly through the brick wall, which is actually an illusion. The machines with all the technology cannot tell between an illusion and a brick wall. But okay. Now once inside the city, we finally meet the master, the ruler of the city, Baba Yaga. The old uninterested Niobe is back and she's scarier than ever. Actually, she is more scary than the bad guys. The bad guys don't look anything scary as her. And she gets angry on Neo because he will expose the new city and whatever. I thought there was peace, but apparently there was civil war between the machines due to energy crisis. And for some reason, the new architect, which is boring and uninteresting, not surprisingly, decided that the machines need to rebuild Neo and Dead Trinity, and by this way they will generate enough energy to cover the shortage, which makes as much sense as an old boot. Okay, weird flex, but okay. And they imprison Neo, but before they did so, they explained that some of the machines are working on their side. I thought the machines had one hive mind. Now the machines, some of them revolted and are on human side, which is a concept I was looking forward to. I thought this would happen, but it was very fast, very short. I was hoping that they will show this more, but instead they wasted the movie, the first 20-30 minutes on useless stuff that could have been basically 10-15 minutes max. Neo's boring life didn't need to take this much screen time. So Baba Yaga imprisoned Neo, and the Morpheus program, by the way, he's an agent for unknown reason, and he joined the good guys. Programs can now take physical form in real world using nanobots or whatever. An okay concept, but once again nothing was explained besides that they're working together, some programs and humans working together. Anyway, they help him escape because he needs to awaken Trinity, and they develop an idea that a plan to go rescue her. The CGI was okay, interesting, but not fitting with the movie. It's like with Gears of War. The first 3 Gears of War had this dark, grayish color theme, while the new games are colorful. This is the same thing. The old Matrix had this dark theme. The new movies are colorful, and I don't know, it's like a different movie. I understand that we move ahead with times, but they could at least kind of matched it. Anyways, they go to her, and of course, once they're about to resurrect her, they say, whoa, it's her choice, man. The woman has to make her choice. Something they should have thought about before, but whatever. And they meet together, and she refuses to leave, but then suddenly she, for unknown reason, decided that she remembers everything. And not only that, she basically became Neo. Neo became useless, and she's the one who's flying and kicking everybody, and that's basically the movie. The ending is even worse than the whole movie. They fly to the architect and tell him that they will remake the world, and something nobody understood. And the scene is even comedic to some extent. The filmmakers, the directors did not know what is this movie supposed to be. They mixed comedy, boring sequence, action, which took too long. There are some scenes that are great, but the last fight scene took way too long and was boring. I was like watching the movie, when will this movie end so I can see the great, amazing ending, which never came. Just a quick cash grab, starting 2022 with this. Yeah, I won't say that I wish this movie was never been made. Otherwise, I wouldn't have made this video and we wouldn't have laughed the filmmakers. But it is what it is. The movie is bad. Maybe someone who did not watch the previous movies kind of enjoy it, but you were expecting certain ideas, certain quality, deep story, deep characters. Nothing here, generic characters, rehashed story. And one thing I forgot to include, they use clips from old movies way too many times. Like 1 time, 2 times, 3 times max, but they use it way too much. No original ideas, no further in the ideology, no nothing. Just basically quick story thrown together by someone on Reddit, and that's it. I expected more from this movie, but once again, it's 2022. So, yeah, movie making just became a shell of what was, just like gaming. The original trilogy was way ahead of its time. Deep ideas, deep story, deep characters, all fitted together. This is just... And yeah, for the average viewer, they enjoyed the movie maybe. Not saying I'm the deepest guy in the world, but yeah, I expected more, a lot of people did. So what do you think? Let me know in the comment section. Let me know, did you enjoy the movie? You expected more, less? Let me know what you enjoyed. Maybe I missed something. I'm missing the bigger picture. Let me know and I'll talk to you in my next video.